Mark, a 1-0 win at home to Grimsby, 3 points at the end of it. That's all that matters, really, isn't it?
Yeah, basically it's the most important thing at the end of the day. It's frustrating because when we play at home, teams tend to just sit in and try and make it difficult for us and hit us with a sucker punch. But we concentrated really well. We kept the ball. It wasn't the most entertaining of games, but we had to do what we had to do to win the game.
How was team selection for today? Obviously, having to counter the physicality of Grimsby, bringing Eber into the heart of midfield.
The physicality was a big thing in my mind in terms of giving them respect. We knew there was going to be whenever they could, they were going to stick the ball in our box. So it was important that we had enough bigger players to deal with that, but also trying to balance it with us having enough attacking threat on the pitch.
And first half, how did you see things panning out from that point?
We had 73% possession in the first half, but we couldn't get sort of in behind their midfield, which is a key area for us. They sat really deep, and midfield were on top of their defenders, and their forwards were on top of their midfield, and there wasn't a lot of space for us. So we tried to change that sort of half time and second half.
And the change wasn't reflective of Matty Stevens' performance. It was you needed to change something.
Yeah,
that's why in the position you needed.
We just needed to change the way that we were playing and to try and hurt them a bit more.
Second half, much happier with the way we were playing.
Yeah,
turning them a little bit more.
It's being able to get that number 10 on the ball and on the half turn and being able to run. But you have to pass the ball across the pitch to be able to make that gap, so you can get the ball into the number 10. It doesn't just happen. And then obviously as the game went, I thought it was better that we put another number 10 on, put Junior on, and space started to appear then, and obviously we got the goal.
Is that a nice feeling as a manager when you see yourself pay off like that and you go and get the goal?
Of course. But that's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the job. You have to try and analyse the game and look at where you think you can hurt the opposition during the game. And like I say, that the boys that I didn't play today, that played brilliantly well the other night, all of them could have said to me, Gaffer, I deserve to play. But there's another game on Tuesday, and it was a different game today. It was a pressure game where all the pressure was on us. We knew we were going to play against the packed defence. But it's so important, and I've spoke to the boys at length about it, that the boys that don't start, I've got to be ready. And so far they've been brilliant, and they've been ready, and they've come on and affected the game.
Yeah, like say, happened in the olden game, it tells as well. So that's a nice thing that they are there. They're chomping at the bit to go.
Like Grubby came on at Charlton the other night, and he slipped Junior in a couple of times. So they have to be ready. They're just as important as the boys that start, in my opinion.
And you're really pleased to get the 3 points, 6 points at home now, 7 points in total, right up there amongst the league pack.
Of course, it's key to if we can get the points as quickly as we can and being up and around it. I don't think anyone really expected us to carry on from where we left off. With what we recruited really young, but our young players are really good young players, I believe, and the more chance they get to play, the better they're going to get. And the pace that we have in the front areas can frighten teams, and like it did in the second half.
Because you haven't been surprised by this group of players. You knew what you were doing.
I've worked with them for 6 or 7 weeks now, and I see them every day. I must say, yesterday they were horrendous in training. Horrible. Sometimes that's a good thing, and it came off, and we did all right. We got the 3 points.
Like say, a quick turnaround now to Port Vale on Tuesday. Are you going to look to change things up again, or how do you approach that one?
We'll look at Port Vale. We'll look at them over the weekend and their strengths and weaknesses. But I'm sure there'll be 2 or 3 that freshen us up. There has to be.
It's a small squad, but it's nice to be able to have that ability to change.
Yeah, I think all the boys they all feel part of it. They all know they're not too far away from being on the pitch at any time, and it's key that they're ready and they train hard.
The final word for Junior is sat in the corner here.
Yeah,
really great for him to pick up where he left off from last.
Yeah, he's been patient. His attitude's been brilliant, and we know that when we put him on, we have a chance that he's going to score or get a chance to score a goal. That's what he's here for. He's a good goal scorer.
Good stuff.
Thank you.